Hey everybody, I hope everyone is doing well. It's the end of the month, and with that, we have a brand new Abyssal battle. And for this Abyssal battle, we have a Mythic unit, and somebody I'm not really familiar with. I'm going to assume that it's a Freyr OC. Yeah, I guess I really do need to start trying to go through the story. I'm still only on book 4, and I actually have no idea what book we're even on now at this point. So, eventually I will find out who some of these characters are. But, anyway, now, as far as the battle itself goes, it was a very simple first try clear. I will say, though, that this battle does get some extra bonus points to it, in my opinion, just because there was one part, like, near the beginning where there was this cavalry healer, and I really wanted to take out the healer, just because if anybody has ever watched a lot of my videos before, they will know that a lot of my older videos, I would always constantly say that whoever the Mythic or Legendary Hero unit was, they are not the actual boss unit. The actual boss unit were always the healers, because they were always just super annoying to me, due to the fact that I would never really carry anything like follow-up into, well, no follow-up or something into those battles, just because I don't really have very much access to said skill, and then it never really fit into how I wanted to build my Tikis. But because of that, whenever there was a healer, they would always have that foe cannot counterattack, and it would always just annoy me because they'd always just sit there and spam hit me, and the healers would always have some kind of random effect, be it something like Savage Blow, where they do was just a whole bunch of AoE damage, or even worse, probably the worst thing to me was always Gravity, just because I already hated the one-space movement. It's why whenever Legendary Tiki was still on the team, I would always have Summer Tiki Mystery just ferry her around with, I think it was called Ground Orders, but I cannot stand one movement very much. It just annoys me. I know it is another thing with the bridal Tikis, so everybody on my team always has some kind of a movement assist skill, and somebody will always have something like drawback, just to help move somebody, especially if they get put into something like Gravity. Or, in this case, for Brow Tiki there now, just tugging Brow Tiki around. Granted, Brow Tiki is less of an issue because she has the Savior skill, and I know, Legendary Tiki has built-in Savior now, but
where to?
Her built-in Savior was something I always, and I actually still do think, isn't necessarily the best thing for her, especially since she is blue and she's an Earth Legendary, and so she has to fight people like Julia, which you do not want somebody with a 3-space Savior jumping in front of. So, yeah, it all boils down to the fact of I never really use Savior skills because of those type of reasonings until now, and that's just because Bridal Tiki has so much damage reduction. But the bonus points. Back to the bonus points of the Abyssal battle. So the Cavalry Mage, I really wanted to take the Cavalry Mage down, and there was an armored unit who had a Savior skill, I believe, and so he would jump in front of the Mage.
Indeed you are.
Well, not the Mage, but the healer. So, for the first time in a very long time, I actually ended up having to use Halloween Tiki's harmonic skill, just so I could after I defeated the armored unit, I could then go and just knock out the cavalry healer. Because cavalry healer, lots of movement space, and a healer. So the Bishop gets bonus points for that. Outside of that though, everything was extremely simple. I'm not really sure at all what the mythic hero does. I imagine something probably pretty neat, but admittedly, I was kind of expecting them having to fight the snake lady at some point, or I don't know. I know the snake lady won the Choose Your Legends, so that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, I guess this person is related to the snake lady because they're coming out so late. But I could have swore, like, the person's pattern design wings, isn't that? I actually think that's like around. It reminds me of the book I'm currently on in Fate, book 4. So either this is a very late released Fae OC, or I guess book 4 is making a comeback. Anyhow, that's pretty much all I have about the Abyssal battle. On a side note, I did finally break over 200 Tikis, and I'm very happy about that. So, yay! It's a long time coming, and might be encouragement to finally go ahead and make that brand new Tiki Barracks video. So, something I'll have to consider. But, anyways, I'm sorry for especially rambling this go, but to everyone who came by, thank you. I really appreciate your time, and I hope you guys have a good day, or night, and I'll see you next time.